Okay, let's rock and roll. Hey, how you doing? How are you doing today? That's right. This is the Black Conspirator channel, and we want to talk about another conspiracy. A conspiracy that seemed to take the African American community by storm. A conspiracy that is above any conspiracy concerning African Americans today. Drugs should take a back seat. The smallpox should take a back seat to this conspiracy. Okay, and it is conspiracy, whether you know it or not. Now, I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'm going to tell you half of the article, and it talks about and gets into details on what people are doing in the United States to prevent or to investigate black women disappearing in the United States of America. A disturbing process that's happening over the years. A disturbing process. Black women are being kidnapped more than any people in the United States at this time. Okay? And God knows what they use them for. Because I remember back in the day, maybe before the military, I read something about organ harvesting. Before this got big, organ harvesting and sex trade will be big business in the United States of America. It will be illegal, but it will be big business, and sooner or later it will be accepted. Madness. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. And the people that's being harvested, the people that's being sex trafficked, are, that's right, African Americans. I'm gonna show this article. As black women and girls go missing, and the media and the police do little, a national task force is required to address the issue. Personally, in my aspects, you know how you get ICE for immigration, how you got detectives for narcotics, how you got detectives for homicide, how you got all these people for all divisions of the police force. I do believe that a task force should be named. I mean, not a task force, well, a police force nationwide should be created to address this issue. Detectives who just deals with missing persons, because this is too much of a problem over the United States of America. Okay, they should have a missing person detective, like they have a homicide detective. Okay, they have a missing person police force, like they have a homicide police force. They will track down every missing claim that anybody sets forth using 911, and that's how you get it serious. But nowadays, all they do is when you complain about a missing person, especially a black missing person, black woman, they're always talking about they ran away, they ran away, they ran away, they ran away. Just like that, and they don't have to take it serious whatsoever. You never have to take it serious. Just one word, they ran away. Simple as that. I mean, they have a crystal ball and they just know these children are running away. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna get this real quick. I hope my camera don't shut off. Sometimes this thing was acting funny. Okay. The Caucus spokesman, Monica James, said, as black women and girls go missing and the media hardly gives coverage and the police do very little to solve their cases, the GPUS Women's Caucus believe a national task force is required to address this issue. As the Caucus spokesperson, this topic of invisible, unknown numbers of missing black women and girls has touched me personally and many of us the hardest. Some have never heard that these stories, but in the black community, it's the silent wishes of family and friends and exhausted crying for help that the women be acknowledged and found. So they're talking about getting a task force. They're trying to get a task force nationwide to deal with the freaking issue. Now, I don't know how many people is in a part of a task force, but I do believe the police department should have a division just for missing persons to concentrate their resolve. The task force will actually collect and share data on missing black women and girls and provide financial and logistical support to local government agencies in solving the disappearing, among other goals. Green Party 2020 Vice President nominee Angela Walker said that the epidemic of missing black girls and women, both cisgender and transgender, in the United States has been underreported for far too long. It is unacceptable that these disappearances are not prioritized, and this disregard only highlights the fact that this country does not protect or respect the black girls and women. It is past time for a task force that focus on this national tragedy and bring aid to the family and affected. As a black woman, parent, and grandparent, this is personal to me. You know, it should be personal. It should be personal to all of America. It should be personal to black people, especially. Okay, it definitely should be personal if you have children. Okay, and personally, it's been going on for a long time, maybe since the 80s. Okay, and now they want to do something about this situation. Okay, black people have been missing since the 70s. Missing. Even further than that before they have records. Okay? The statement highlights research demonstrating that the black people make up a disproportionate number of missing persons. However, when black women and girls are reported missing, they are frequently inappropriately classified as runaways, which removes their sense of urgency in the response. Public knowledge of the missing is limited because many of the stories never make it to the media. That's right, that's on purpose. Many stories don't make it to the media, don't make it to the internet, and don't make it nowhere. It stops at the police desk. And it's baffling. Okay? It doesn't make it nowhere near the media. Okay? And as simple as that. It's an untold amount of people, of only a people that has only 14% population in the United States of America that is being swapped off the street like mad. Maybe 32%, he said. Okay. Public knowledge of the missing is limited because many of the stories never make it to the media and few are prioritized or solved by the police, but the numbers are estimated to be in the tens of thousands, except for primarily black journalists and publications that have covered the issue. Few of the stories are reported or ever solved. Listen, when your child disappears, the police force says your child had to be disappeared for at least 24 hours to 48 hours. Now, if you're in a coastal state, like say New York, New Jersey, something like that, it only takes about 2 days or no less than 2 days or a day or even maybe an hour to get to, I don't know, shipport, put them in crates, and they're gone. Just like that. Your daughter is gone. You here in America searching for your daughter for 10 freaking years, and your daughter is somewhere in some Arab country, struggling to get back home, trying to get back home, wishing she could get back home, but she's in a different country. A lot of these people who get kidnapped do not stay in America. A lot. And I'm telling you right now. Okay? Okay. I'm going to start over here. Start down here. Okay. Blacks make up 13.4% of the American population. Census estimated for 2019. Yet the NCIC's statistics show that 33.8% of reports in 2019 were for missing black people. The percentage of blacks in the 37 years of active cases is even higher. A +1 study by Van D. Rijum, don't understand his name, of New York State 2017 data found that black children were twice as likely as non-black children to be still missing at the end of their observation period. This disparity persists even after controlling for things like age at the disappearance. Okay. In their landmark 2010 study found that missing black children got 19.5% of news coverage about missing children, despite accounting for 33.2% of the cases. Other studies report that the same result: white missing persons of all ages primarily get far more media coverage than do black missing persons. Subsequently, Men and Feaster found that missing boys got more news coverage than missing girls, while more recent studies by other authors have found no gender differences or a small one in favor of a girl. Men and Feaster state that missing girls got 37.8% of news coverage, despite account for 57.4% of the cases in the same period. Black people go missing about 3 times more often than might be expected. Based on population, higher rates of poverty and homelessness and incarceration all system from systematic racism, decades of imposed housing and job segregation, and inequality in education and health services, and these all contribute to various factors that make up someone more likely to disappear. But once a black child or adult is missing, they are also a lot less likely to be found. A 2019 study by Jada L. Moses showed that in 2016, African Americans missing person cases appeared amongst the remaining older and open cases 4 times as often as the case of whites and Hispanics and missing persons. So the people that's really missing, who are missing, they be missing for freaking decades. Okay? Decades. They be like 10 years old, and they be showing them animation colors of pictures of how they got older at the age of 45 or 50. If somebody was kidnapped, it is no real good chance after that amount of time that the person survived. Sorry, I'm just being real. Okay? Okay. When black people go missing, their disappearance is often. Okay. Okay. When black people go missing, their disappearance is often framed in a way you don't see when white people go missing. Black children are usually classified as runaways, even when they are younger or it's out of character, while running away is in fact the most common reason why an older child goes missing. It's used as a way to dismiss cases for black children. Police may not bother investigating, and the media rarely profiles the case. Amber Alerts only go out for suspected abductions. Task Force will provide education to local government agencies on stereotypes that prevent officials from taking the disappearance of a black woman and girls seriously and seek input from the family of the missing black woman to better understand the issue. Now that would be very freaking helpful, but personally my way of doing things, we need a police force that tackles missing persons. I don't care if they're black, I don't care if they're white. Tackle this crap. Okay? It's simple as that. These people are disappearing like nobody's business, man. And as you know, I got a website called www.missionshadows.com. Sooner or later you'll be able to call in or email me for any missing persons you want to display on your website or you want to put on that website. We also give t-shirts to publicize the website as well as fundraisers to help build the website. So you go see that and it'll be entertaining. I mean, not entertaining, but real helpful to the site. Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said before, this is the disappearance of these people who are lonely disappeared and mostly disappeared. Some of them are kidnapped. They're put in sex trade. They put in organ harvesting and sex trade is a big freaking business now. Okay, and as simple as that. I mean, police force didn't even rupture the surface of the sex trade. That's how bad it is. Okay. And if your kid is kidnapped and the cops telling you wait 48 hours to 24 hours, after that 48 hours to 24 hours, and at the same time they have a statistic saying after 24 hours you got to recover the person within 24 hours and 48 hours, then your kid is gone according to their statistics. Okay? According to their statistics, usually if somebody disappeared, you had to find these people or recover them or get some kind of what's that called? When you get money to the people to get your loved one back, that within 24 hours to 48 hours. After 48 hours, your kid's gone, according to police statistics and knowledge. But at the same time, when you go to the police station, they tell you, well, she gotta be missing for 24 hours to 48 hours, and nobody catches on to this crap. Is unbelievable. Okay, she gotta be a runaway or something like that. The first 24 hours is the most important 24 hours when somebody goes missing. You can't wait 48 hours. You can't wait 72 hours. Why would police do that? It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. But they got two contradictory procedures. They got one that when somebody important gets missing, they run after and try to get them before 24 hours. And they got the ones who are poor. Well, you gotta wait 24 hours or 48 hours. I mean, we're not searching for your kid. Holy crud. That's all I got to say right now. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember, www.missingshadows.com, and for buy merchandise and so forth and so on, you take care of yourself.